Hello. I spoke about the Maui fires briefly. I don't watch the news and stuff like that. Oh, excuse me. I didn't mean to yawn. Uh, I am believing that the Maui fires was directed energy. It was directed energy. I don't believe it was a real fire. A lot of stuff that the news want to say is real is not real. And then you find out maybe 10 years later that everything you thought you saw on the news was not what you really thought you saw. Case in point with the Twin Towers. Uh, Now you're seeing that it was an inside job, and some people have been on that, but it's finally coming to people are finally allowed to say it. But you see that it was a implosion and not something that came from outside. The stuff with these Maui fires, I'm believing that it's more like directed energy or a frequency type of attack. It's like a frequency attack. These people are using technology, they're messing with technology and different frequencies and causing things to happen. It was not some kind of natural disaster. And the way they are showing it on the news, however they're showing it, I don't believe that's how it really is. I don't believe that's how it really is. And they have all over the news. I'm trying to look for Maui survivors to see if anybody can walk around with the camera like with organically and show what happened. And I'm seeing a lot of news reports showing survivors. Just a bunch of stuff on the news showing survivors. I wonder what really happened in Maui. Is this something that they're putting out there because they plan on doing something to those people? And they putting this something out there for everybody to hear. I said on my other channel that Divine Being this channel that I saw excuse me. I saw a hole in the ground. But not like a sinkhole, nothing like that, nothing that big. Something like not just a hole, right? Just a hole, but not a big hole. I was like, why am I seeing a hole? Is that in Hawaii? Yeah. So why am I seeing? I'm talking about. I saw a vision of this now. I was like, why am I seeing a hole? And then I saw a vision of a Hawaiian lady. That's it. I just saw a vision of a Hawaiian lady. You know. And I'm like, why am I see a hole and I see her? Like, are there a lot of kidnappings happening? What's happening? Are you taking people underground? Are people being taken underground? Are there some underground bunkers? I don't know what it is. What's going on? I'm inclined to believe that people were taken underground. It was a lot of people that went missing in Atlanta. A lot of brown people went missing in Atlanta. And they all of a sudden just went missing. All of a sudden. So people that used to stay in the projects, and not just Atlanta, but other areas too where they stay in the projects. And all of a sudden you just say they just went missing and you didn't hear anything about them. Period. I don't know what particular city this was in. I forget. But there was a lady speaking to a person who was a realtor, and the realtor's mother was with them too. So I don't know if they were friends. They must have been friends. It wasn't like just business. It was a brown lady, and she was talking to a realtor around a realtor. I don't know if they were in a car or what was it. The realtor was a white lady, and her mother was there. The realtor's mother. And I don't know what city it was, but this lady, who was the brown lady, was talking to this realtor about how people are just uh like what happened to some certain people in certain areas was happening to these people in these areas. And I don't know if the mother, when people get old, they have no filter anymore. It's like they don't know to not say certain things like children. And the mother said something like, "Oh, they take those people underground." And a lot of white folks know this. A lot of white folks know this. I'm not saying that they would happen to know about what happened in Hawaii. But as far as the stuff taking folks underground, especially in like from in urban areas, they are aware. Many of them are. I'm not saying every single person that looks like a white person is aware, but quite a few of them are aware, and they're not going to say anything. They're not going to say anything. I say that to say that I don't believe what you see on the news is what should be taken at face value. I feel like people who speak their language, their occultic language, has the truth far more than people who think they really see a fire. People who speak, like for example, Oprah Winfrey, just an example because I saw she was one of the people who wanted to do a report or something. So just for example, Oprah Winfrey, when they show stuff on the news regarding the Maui fire, she understands how to speak the occultic language to get what really happened. And plus, she might be involved, right? She just might be involved, that's allegedly. She just might be involved. There's some money involved, and I think there's some human trafficking involved. And those people understand how to speak the occultic language that's on the news instead of taking things at face value. Anyway, that's all I want to tell you. I just wanted to briefly talk about that. And that's it. Talk later.